We are now recording live on.
Hello, friends.
We're on a very rainy Athens right now. It's raining right outside my window in Athens. So there you go. There's my weather forecast. Don't know what it's doing in Augusta. It was really windy. Boy, I've never heard so much about wind on Augusta coverage. So I learned a lot about crosswinds.
It's been windy all day today.
Well, yeah, I know. I learned all about the wind directions and everything as soon as they happened on the golf course. Anyway, since it is Masters Week, that means it's G Day finally. Um, let's talk about what your I guess not initial thoughts, but let's do a little bit of a preview, I guess, to the 7 people that watch us. So, what are you looking for uh, whenever you're going to the game?
Um, I'd like to see Carson Beck be on time with some of these new receivers, make sure the chemistry is starting to get developed there. Obviously, number one. Two, I want to see the offensive and defensive line. Um, I think that's going to be important. According to Kirby, offensive line's kind of had its way with the defensive line,
Right.
but he's also I think he plays this stuff perfectly with me. He's also given some encouragement to the defensive line about how much better iron sharpens iron, stuff like that. So I'd like to see how the offensive and defensive lines look. I think it's going to be important. This is I don't think Gunnar Stockton's looking to transfer, but if you think
I don't
about
think
it,
so.
Kirby said the number of quarterbacks is 4. Well, I don't know, too well, but I think we got Carson Beck, which I feel really comfortable with. I think, but if he gets hurt, Gunnar Stockton, I mean, he played well in the bowl game. He seems to be getting better. I know you're not a big fan of
No,
his, but
not.
I think the offense would change a little bit. But that's our number 2. Puglisi's hurt. And then who do we have after that?
Nobody. Well, you have
Yeah.
Watkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some. Well, you might have the next Stetson Bennett in the wings. Who knows?
No, that could be, but so that would be the other thing. I mean, I would like to see quarterbacks look sharp. I don't. We're not going to see. Do you think we're going to see Puglisi or no? I
Yeah,
don't. Oh, you
I,
think so?
playing. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
hurt.
I thought he had been hurt.
No.
So I'd like to see how he looks. I think that could be exciting if he does play. But so defensive backs. I'm not going to take a whole heck of a lot away. Malachi Starks is not back there. I don't think that's a fully developed pitcher by any means on the corners. I just think our defensive backs are going to be a work in progress. So I wouldn't, I want to see people compete. I want to see the safety, Aguero, right?
Yeah.
Humphreys. I'd like to
Yeah.
see how he looks. I want to see our kid Robinson, right? That's the other guy
Yeah.
we got.
Yeah. Ellis Robinson.
We'll see how they play, but I don't think you're going to be able to. I'm not. I mean, outside of individual efforts, I don't think you're going to say, "Oh, Carson Beck lit it up on the secondary." I don't think if you're going to take those
Well,
shallow.
those are going to be the headlines.
Well, those are
Coming
stupid.
out of spring. Yeah, of course they are because the people that cover some of them don't know what they're talking about.
I'm going to be looking for individual plays in the secondary, not whether or not they get burnt and shit like that. That's going to happen. But so I guess it was a long-winded way of
That was a
going.
very long-winded answer,
Yeah.
but let me give you my answer. I won't be as long. I think we. I want to look at the second string quarterback battle. To me, is much more interesting than what Carson Beck. We know what we have in Carson Beck.
So I'm going to stop you, and I don't mean to, but what I mean, a second string. You think they're going to put Puglisi in front of Gunnar Stockton because of the transfer stuff? That's not going to happen, bro.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now we're actually getting into. Wait a minute. Stetson Bennett was over Carson Beck. JT Daniels went in over Carson Beck and Stetson Bennett. Justin Fields was over. Well, I don't know. Eason, we don't know. Like Eason went in over guys. Wasn't Bryce Ramsey on that team in 2017?
Bryce, we're going back, so you're challenging me on my memory, but I don't know. But what's your bigger point?
Bigger point is Kirby's going to play who's the best, irregardless of the transfer portal and what's going on. So
maybe years in the past, my man.
Huh?
Maybe years in the past.
Maybe, and maybe I'm wrong, but what I really want to see, if we're getting into it, I want to see what Puglisi, geez, I can't ever say his name, what he looks like, because I've seen highlights, but I don't know what that means. I mean, those are kids up in Connecticut.
It's going to be really fun. I agree with you. I hope he gets to play. I thought he was hurt and not going to play.
Oh, he's going to play. So, what does that look like? I have no idea what that looks like. I also want to see the rotation of the offensive line. We know, I think we all kind of know who the 5 guys are going to be. You're going to have Truss, you're going to have Ratledge, you're going to have Jared Wilson. Is Monroe Freeling in there? Is Ernest Green's going to be in there? So is that Monroe Freeling? Who's going to be guard? I don't know. Who have they been saying that was playing guard?
I don't know who I missed from what you said, but they're probably. I mean, what this is going to be like. We're going to be looking at 12 or 13 offensive linemen easily.
But you'll know the rotation based on how they come out, right?
Well, yeah, right. Like I really like the Freeland kid a lot.
I do too. So because does Ernest Green go to left tackle, or because Kirby's done that in keep him at left tackle, or does he go over to the right tackle position? Does Monroe Freeling go to the right tackle? Like those are things that I'm interested about.
Be curious to see if you see him flip flop like that.
Yeah,
Kirby's a big
Dylan Fairchild. Oh my God, we forgot.
Yeah, Dylan Fairchild,
and he was solid.
Oh, very solid.
Yeah, he's very underrated.
Right?
Huh?
Yeah, West Forsyth.
Yes.
But that's the other thing. How many multiple positions do you see our guys playing?
Yeah, and Tate's been taking reps at center. He's probably the second string center, not to blow anything out of the water here. So I'm interested in that. What's the rotation at linebacker? Was Smile Munden hurt? What's that looking like? Troy Bowles, I heard a lot about him. Is he going to play any? Is he going to play early? And then, to me, a defensive back is not that. I mean, we know kind of it's going to be Starks. It's going to be probably Aguero or Guayo or however the hell you say his last name. You're going to have Nyland Green, and then you're going to have Julian Humphrey. Don't know. Like, I don't know who else is going to play that slot corner position, like Bullard.
You missed one of your guys that you love, Dylan Everett.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did forget about him. So, I forgot. Oh, shit. I thought he transferred.
Who?
Wait, no, it was Nyland. Isn't Nyland Green transferred?
I think he's gone.
Yeah, so it shows you how much I've been paying attention. So that's what I'm looking at. And then also I want to know what's the running back rotation as of right now. Obviously, Roderick Robinson's been hurt. Or not Roderick Robinson. Branson Robinson has been hurt. There's a lot of Robinsons in the backfield. So
Robertson's on this team. If you think about it.
Yeah, no, there are. It's actually kind of confusing. But yeah, so I want to see this. It's just a snapshot. I just want to see what it looks like. It'll be interesting to see. Also, it's a practice, so I think ETN's going to play, right?
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting because everybody, whenever he left Florida's like a good riddance. He sucks. And they would just show highlight tapes of him and the pass protection. At Georgia, you got to be, if you're a running back, you got to block
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift wasn't really good his freshman year, and his sophomore year, all of a sudden, he was really good. So, what does that look like? That's what I'm interested in. So, those are the 3-4 things that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. It'll be should be a fun game. Plus that it's like going to be 75 in Athens. That's one of the things I would encourage people that have, never gone to a G-Day game. You might as well, because it's relatively inexpensive, very laid back, beautiful day in Athens. So I'm not, trying to get as many people there. I'm not doing the Kirby
93K.
93,000, yeah, 93K, but it's still a good time. So we'll be
Yeah, I
out.
mean, there's tickets available on our StubHub if you want to pay upcharge, and then I think there's still tickets on the Georgia website. How many people you think? I'm gonna guess probably like 60,000.
You think? You think it'll be that many? Well, Masters is going to impact that too, man. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
So
I know the Masters is definitely.
I was thinking 45, 50, 55 at the most. I don't
They're
think
not even gonna tee off. It's at 1 o'clock. They don't even tee off on Saturday till like the people that are in contention till like 2-3 o'clock. So if you're at home, like what you can just go and watch the Masters at a bar.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying it will probably have an impact. We'll see who's right. So I'm predicting a little less than 50,000.
I'll go north of 50. I think given the weather, given that it's not really nothing big's coming up the next day other than Master Sunday, I think it's going to be a decently attended game or practice, I guess is what we'll call it. Is there anything else that you want to cover? Because, I mean, while you think about the answer, it's everyone crapping on G-Day. I don't like that. No, there's been people online.
I'm not on social media, so you're telling me something. What are you talking about? Crap.
Well, people are like, I don't know why people are interested in G-Day. It's just a glorified practice. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, don't come watch the games on fucking September and October, dude. Because this is the shit that matters. That's
is the shit that matters, and this is a big recruiting weekend.
Absolutely.
So showing up, and you don't have to be loud, obviously. So anybody that gets excited over a touchdown in spring game is an idiot. But showing up and being supportive and that goes a long way for recruiting. I mean, look what it did in 2016. So, I don't think it is just as important as any other practice, and you're getting to see an inside look into the program, and you don't get that often with Kirby. So,
but you've been to G-Day games where you've heard the crowd go, "Ooh."
yeah.
I mean, whenever you hear the oohs or the ohs, you're like, who are those players making those plays? Chances are those are the guys you don't know anything about, maybe, or they're going to play a really big factor next year. So why wouldn't you, when it's relatively inexpensive, you can go to Athens. I mean, of course, you're not going to lose your mind and start cheering and all that kind of stuff. But it's still, I would say, to me, anybody that's a true Georgia fan that's never been to a G-Day game and it's easy to get to, especially if you're Atlanta based, I would really start questioning what are you really?
Yeah.
Really a Georgia fan?
No. I mean, we used to go where you had to give canned goods to get in.
Canned goods, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Richt. That was his initiative. Yeah, feed the hungry.
Yeah.
So and now Kirby does it for the NIL collective. So that's why they charge now.
Is that the gala? Is that going on this weekend?
I think it is.
Gala or whatever the hell.
I think that's Friday.
That was the other thing. And that's certainly not on topic, but gee whiz. I got invited to it, but for a seat, the amount of money, and I wish them luck. I'd like to participate, but at those prices for one single seat, that's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do that.
There is a reason to do that.
Well, there is a reason, but if you're a reasonable person,
Oh,
here's my thing. I find it really fucking weird. I'm not that type of guy that's into it. I would do it for, supplying the war machine. I'm cool with that. By the way, Sanford Stadium's going off right now as we talk. It's in the background.
Oh, really? They're practicing.
No, it's the PA system. They're just getting ready for the game. Yeah, they're doing lineups right now. Anyway, I get that, like the funding part of it, but getting there and jock sniffing and getting to know the players.
I totally agree.
21-year-old guys, I find that part weird.
So, like you talk about with the, I think that's a good phrase. I'm all in on the war effort. I'll give, and even on a monthly subscription basis, I would give, right?
Yeah.
And be willing to get very little back. So I think if this shit doesn't change with all this stuff, I think you can build collectives or whatever you want to call them to where you can get people like you and I, hey, $5 a month, and you get, I don't know, inside scoop, and it could all be bullshit. Like,
yeah, you could get Kirby Smart to do is like a show every week.
Yeah, or a 30-minute or 30-second talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a little commercial.
Yeah, you really could do that for like $10 and have a subscription, have like an app.
And you know how many Georgia fans there are? I mean, that's not much, but paying I think it was so ridiculous. I looked at it and I was like, gee whiz, man. I'm not even getting close to that. I mean, I think it was like $1,000 to $1,500.
Yeah, and to eat and listen to Kirby talk and rub elbows with the players.
Yeah.
Maybe
every university has those.
No, yeah. Well, do you see whenever Calipari got introduced as Arkansas's head coach? No. Dude, one of the biggest boosters at Arkansas, he got a standing ovation.
The booster did.
Yeah, that's where we're at in the college athletic world now.
Oh, that made his life, though. That's been videotaped, and you know what I mean?
I'm sure, but he's the biggest booster, and all he did was he smiled and gave a wink to the camera, and everyone, woo! They were going nuts.
Calipari's, so, hey, I think we need to be playing a 4-3 or 5-2 zone or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean but that's where we're at now, and I don't know who those people are at Georgia. Have you ever noticed that? Like Auburn knows who their guys are, huh?
But I think it's also very diversified.
I do too.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not. That's the problem with Auburn. You got one or two main players but that's also a problem with Texas because you have shit tons of like it's Georgia amplified by 10. Evidently, it's so many different people. They have factions within that would be crazy. You have to be a politician,
right, to be the head coach of a football team.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Yeah. And I think Kirby actually has managed that fairly well compared to some other coaches that have been here.
I would agree.
Shout out Tom Crean. All right. I think that's about it. I think we're going to probably do a recap of G-Day. Give us a probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll give a recap. Give us your thought or our thoughts on the G-Day. Wow. It's been a long day. It's been a really sad day. Lastly, I just wanted to add this. I'm truly, truly hurt and upset. My Twitter friend, probably one of the greatest Americans around, Orenthal James Simpson, a.k.a. OJ, a.k.a. The Juice, passed away at the young age of 76. I hope he's doing well. I hope his family's doing okay. My prayers are with them. And, I didn't say anything. I was kind of concerned about Juice because he hadn't been replying to me in about a month after the Super Bowl. So, and he lied about his cancer.
You know why?
But he even lied about his cancer. I sent him a message saying, hey, Juice, I hope everything's well. I heard the hospice thing, and he said it was all he DM'd me and said it was all lies. And
Well,
then he put out a video.
And it surprises you, right?
But
That
that's
he
the type of guy OJ was.
give you a head fake.
Yeah, I mean it was. I mean, that's the type of guy OJ was. He carried his his problems inside and he just buried it deep down. So again, great American, great sportsman, great hero, OJ Simpson, great, tremendous actor. So I hope Magic Johnson even wished him well, which was great. I thought, not tone deaf at all. So rest in peace, OJ.
All right.